committee for wonderful work they have done to deliver for us such a wonderful conference. Professor Chikuli and your team, I will forever be in your debt. I would like to thank the Dean School of Languages, Literature and Communication, the Principal, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, for the mentorship, for the support. We succeed because you give us the support that we need to succeed. We appreciate you for that very much. To our institutional funders, Makerere University here represented, the University of Witwatersrand here represented, the British Academy, I can't see Kali, but yeah, she's there. The Goethe Institute for coming, listening to us and coming to our aid when we do come to you for support. Thank you very much. Most importantly, to you, the delegates, the paper presenters, who have not only offered your time, but resources to come and be with us at this time. We thank you very much. And we appreciate and we hope we shall continue, engaging with you, communing with you around the subject that is dear to us. I would also like to thank the service providers, the people in the sound and in the filming and in the photographing. You have archived Mashariki 2023. It is sometimes not intentional, but sometimes we might skip, but you are very important, and in many ways you make this possible. Eric Rubega, thank you very much. Joseph Bule, thank you very much. I don't know if people from the catering section are here, but I will ask Cindy and Eve to pass on my appreciation to the catering team for serving us and making sure that we are sustained for these 3 days. Overall, I would assume that things went well because I haven't seen any complaint. But in an event like this, there are certain things certainly which didn't go wrong. We apologize and we ask for your forgiveness, and we hope that in subsequent conferences we shall do better. And I apologize if there's anyone I should have thanked, but I forgot. It is just that I'm rushing for time. I don't know if that excuse will stand, but allow me. Yes, Rita, thank you for the social media. I think we have been trending. Even when there was a certain video, we still were on top of it. Rita, thank you very much. And on that note, a contented head of Department of Literature, Makerere University, Edgar Nabutanyi, would like to invite Dean Sauda Namyalo to make her remarks as the Deputy Principal, and thereafter invite Professor Mangen. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Edgar Nabutanyi, for hosting such a wonderful conference. As Dean School of Languages, Literature and Communication, I head 5 departments. That is the Department of Literature, Department of Journalism and Communication, Department of African Languages, Department of European and Oriental Languages, and the Department of Linguistics, English Language Studies, and Communication Skills. All departments are doing great, and I'm proud of them. But literature has never let me down. It is one of those departments that they come up with an event, they inform me about it. I sit back and wait to see what happens, being sure that everything will be just on point. Thank you very much, Edgar and team, for keeping the School of Languages sleek, as we refer to ourselves. Today, I'm here as Deputy Principal, and I would like to read his speech. The guest of honor, Mr. Moses Matovu, we are very delighted to see you in Makerere University. He's one of those celebs we have in the country who, whenever you talk of music, the first name that comes in your mind is Mr. Moses Matovu. Our visiting scholars from different countries, distinguished guests, members of this university, ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to associate with the intense academic debates, discussions, and practical sessions that have gone on these past 3 days. The conference sessions have concentrated on thinking through the trends and forms of literary and cultural studies in this region. It has been most satisfying to witness the vibrant debates and to watch scholars and practitioners learn from one and another. Actually, yesterday I was speaking to Lazarus. I don't see him today, or he's somewhere, and said, I'm going to request the head of department, and being the boss, to award me at least a diploma in literature, because I've been learning. And I've learned a lot of things from the many presentations you people have made. I don't come from literature, I come from linguistics. So many of these things were really very educative. It is gratifying to know that this conference has provoked questions about the past, the present and future, evaluating how the practices of knowledge production have and are evolving in this region. I'm glad to know that this conference has also deliberated over how to meet new public interests in literary and cultural studies. I'm really pleased that the conference has shown particular interest in talking about our cultures from different angles and made this even more important by inviting our own Mr. Moses Matovu to be the guest of honor here, to tell us what the weight of 48 years of Afrigo band, for instance, has to offer to us. I have also witnessed the reflection over the achievements of key literary figures in this region, such as Okot Pitek, Abdurazak, Gulna, I hope I've tried to pronounce the name correctly, and in the concluded launch of Goretti Chomuhendo's novel. The conference has proved to us that literary and cultural studies make our minds broader and further encourage us to think through the full range of human experiences, which help us boost our creative and critical thinking. I'm glad we have used these 3 days to think together and to show once again that this great institution Makerere University is interested in mind building and creating interactions across the region. And indeed, we are doing this. I think you heard that just the other week, again, our school hosted another successful conference. That's the AR3, the Language Association of East Africa, and it was very, very successful. Now, this one also has been a great success. I hope we are all going home very happy that we have participated in invigorating our minds to think of widening our research networks and boosting our community outreach activities as we build for the future. Lastly, I would like to thank all of you who have attended this conference. Oh, I can see Mwalimu Bukenya coming in. You're welcome, Mwalimu Bukenya. That is our elder and a guru in literature, a guru of literature. So you are very, very welcome. I've been asked to invite my senior and former dean, School of Liberal and Performing Arts. Professor Mangen has also been serving as head of ceremonies or coordinator of ceremonies in Makerere University. And I think he is in better position to introduce our guest of honor. When you come to Makerere University and ask around anything to do with music and film, the first name will be Mangen, and of course, birds of the same feather. So he knows really a lot about Mr. Moses Matovu. Could you please come over and introduce our guest of honor?
Thank you very much, my principal, for this this afternoon, and I recognize you all in your capacity. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to introduce, we call him Papa Moses Matovu, the head of the Afrigo Band. And to me, it's particularly a very special day because 2 years ago, in 2021, when we were holding a symposium here in which Professor Grace Masil, I think, was our keynote speaker, our chief guest today had been invited as the chief guest of that symposium, but unfortunately we had challenges of AIDS, and then the challenges of COVID, and then we had this keeping a distance, and so somehow we kept a distance from each other, and our guest of honor was not able to be with us. So it's indeed a pleasure that we are here with you and you have honored our invitation. Mr. Moses Matovu is a musician, a celebrated musician in this part of the world, and the leader of Africo Band, which is, has got the longest lifespan of an active music band in the East African region here, spanning 48 plus unbroken years. And that we credit Papa Moses Matovu And after Moses Matovu completing his secondary school in 1966, he started then as a professional footballer. And he is just a man of talent. And he played football for 6 years, from 1966 to 1972. He was a right winger, and he has remained a right winger in performance. And he played for 7 teams. Started with Kibuli United, and then also played for Nachivubo Boys. I think that became SC Villa. He also played for Express FC, and then his last tenure on the field as a player was with the Police FC, after which he was drafted into the police force and was to serve normally a mandatory 5 years, after which then they confirm you. But while he was in the police, he was assigned to the police dance band, not the one of Okello, which was the regular band for the marshal, but this was the dance band. And it is here that he honed and developed the skills and also discovered the talent that he had as a musician. After 2 years, he quit the police band and also quit football, now to concentrate on a music career. So he then, in order to concentrate and work well, he joined the popular Cranes Band in 1972, when Amin was just celebrating, was celebrating, I think, 1 year in power. Since then, he has continued as a professional arts manager. And during this time, when he was the Crane Band, he established his professional profile as an alto and tenor saxophone player, as well as a flutist. A flutist is the one who plays the flute. Then he left the Cranes Band in 1973, after the band disintegrated, and with a team of the young people from fellow young people from there, he emerged as the leader of the new Afrigo Band. But at that time, Afrigo Band was known as the Afrigo Black Power Band. And he has been in active service ever since. Now we are moving to 49 years, performing every weekend since then, except when there was the COVID interruption. He has made over 150 world tours with his band and performed in over 20 different countries, releasing over 250 songs and 25 albums and counting. And he has remained a lead vocalist and saxophonist. He's an arranger and a director and a very established business manager. It is my honor and pleasure to be introducing this very elaborate son of this country who has served the culture and humanity with enduring dedication. You are most welcome, sir.
Are you all right? Nice meeting you. Without waste much of your time, I would like to, which I hope you'll enjoy. Members of university management present, distinguished guests from foreign missions, esteemed sponsors, invited guests in your various capacities, conference delegates, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered here to celebrate culture, literature, East Africa, Africa. For me, to be the guest of honor at this closing ceremony of the 6th Mashariki Eastern African Literary and Cultural Studies Conference feels like a beautiful song. And for you to invite me makes me together to this, gives me joy, and it is monumental. Former to share doctors, lecturers who build our children, feed our knowledge, humbles me. It's a good thing to debate performances of culture and art as it is played out in Eastern Africa. This loud support of art and culture is important. It shows us human beings in East Africa, we think, create, practice culture, and we must learn and improve all the time. Personally, this comes as we in Africa Band celebrate 48 years of existence. In that time, we do our best together with our communities and our culture through music. Our non-stop presence and our ever-present funds attached to their identity and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, this kind is being held. Although this time you have concentrated on what makes art beautiful and culture and art have been developed in Eastern Africa. I am moved by our passion and determination as humanities, social sciences, near and far. Thank you for maintaining a platform like this, for reflecting the realities of our culture and artistic practices. This helps us to improve our understanding of where we have been and where we are as East Africans. To achieve social transformation and development of our nations, these conversations are useful. This is the drive for cultural workers. As a composer and a performer of music, in my experience and understanding, communities must pay attention to culture and creativity. Throughout my life, I see music and culture as a driving force that keeps communities strong. Music, the way I know it and have lived it over the years, talks directly to people because it who we are by appealing to our feelings and emotions to help us enjoy relationships and people as people. Music and culture help us share experiences as well as I think of who we are, why we exist, and how we can survive. I think this is what all creative artists do. Creative arts and our cultures, which you have been deliberating over help us to keep our memories alive and to think about them for the betterment of our society. Therefore, what you have been doing these days of the conference, your contribution to creative and academic freedom is super. It is a strong foundation for a better East Africa that knows and is aware of its culture and development. I'm so happy to be here at Makerere University to participate in promoting debates around literary and cultural studies issues. Many of my fellow artists have been associated with the university in one way or another, and I know that the Department of Literature warmly talks of Okot Bitek, Ngugi wa Thiong'o, David Rubadiri, Robert Serumaga, Taban Lolion, Timothy Wangusa, Rose Mboa, and many others. I'm also happy to stand here and associate with the conference and Makerere University. My name is Moses Matovu, but my family and clan call me Afrigo. Humbly, I would like to declare this conference closed. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you so much. Goretti Chomhendo and your lovely spouse who has supported your writing to come forward. I would like to call the conveners, Dr. Edgar Nabtanyi, Professor Zanchiguli, Professor Grace Musila, to come forward. I think we shall use that side near the artistic impression of the cover. I would like to call our dear Dean, and this evening, Deputy Principal, Professor Sauda Namialo, to please also go to that side where the cover is. I would like to recall the representative of the Goethe Institute that supported this event. This whole, our panel, the previous panel, and the launch of this book is being supported by the Goethe Institute. We would like to invite them, and perhaps we shall ask them to say something, maybe a word. Our revered teacher and professor and wonderful novelist and poet and performer, Professor Mwalimu Austin Bukenya. Mwalimu Austin Bukenya, would like you to come with the dean. To come forward with the dean. I don't know whether it's possible. Oh, not possible, okay. Mwalimu Bukenya, we shall ask you to stay there if it's not possible for you to come. But if you can come, I don't know, it's okay? Yeah. We would like to call Rachel. I think Rachel is the queen. The queen of this lounge is Rachel, right? Rachel Kiza? Yeah, I think we should have her here. Yes, for sure. We would like to call Rachel here, the queen of the lounge. The most ardent supporter of the book. And we'd like to call Professor Linda Spencer, Goretti Chomhendo's most ardent scholar, to also come and be here at the launch of this book. Okay, thank you. And then we have a very young man in our Department of Literature, who is our lovely teacher, our lovely friend, and perhaps the most ardent reader of Femrite books in our department, Professor Abbas Kiyimba. Please join us. Yes, yeah. And the other elder in our department, a celebrated filmmaker and scholar in her own right, Professor Sister Dominic DePio. Please join us for the launch. And the best dancing professor in the school, Professor Togbo Natkunda. Please join us for the launch. You can even come dancing, you know. Okay, I think we should have a few words. I think a few words, maybe from Goretti, from the Goethe Institute, and then eventually, we shall have the guest of honor launching the book. Yeah.
But what do I say? Thank you again, everyone. Wow. It's such a long team here to help me launch the book. I want to thank everyone again for having come to support the launch of this book. Today is a Saturday afternoon, and I know most of you would rather be somewhere else, but the fact that you are here in this enclosed room, other than being outside, means a great deal to us. So thank you once again.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being a part of this panel discussion, and we are so grateful that we took part in this, and we are going to continue supporting Goretti in all her endeavors, so stay tuned. We are preparing something. Thank you so much for organizing this, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. That was so brief. So we shall ask the guest of honor to say something and then launch the book.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I told you, I'm humbled to have a chance of coming here and do such things. Really, it is nice, and I hope we shall be together anytime you feel like calling me. I'll be there. Thank you so much.
Okay. So you can now sign that. Yeah. With Goretti, please sign. Yeah.
The guest of honor needs to be branded.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
No problem.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. We shall ask the DJ to give us a very beautiful Afrigo song so that our guest of honor can dance away. Yes.